we have seen in Barbados for some time. But in spite of all of the work that we have been able to deliver, there is still the element of what's in it for me, whether that's me, the individual, me, the company, me, the service providers, me, the accounting profession. Because the world is moving at such a pace that it really leaves all of us sometimes thinking, well, what have we really achieved if there still exists, looking ahead, uncertainty. And I can't tell you that any government, whether a small country like Barbados or even a country as large as the United States, can ever eliminate uncertainty. But what we can do is to map out a course of action that allows all economic agents to understand very clearly what are the rules that we are going to adhere to collectively, such that decisions can be made as efficiently as possible. Now, I know that all of you in this room, in the last 7 years or so, have not had cause to be particularly alarmed by any budget speech in relation to taxation. In spite of COVID, in spite of the climate crises that we've faced, the government has sought to set a very clear trajectory with respect to tax policy. In 2018, we converged our tax rates with the intent, again, of giving certainty to everybody. And of course, 2018 now seems like a lifetime ago, when for many of you who provide services, professional services to what was then called the offshore sector, there was certainly great uncertainty in relation to what would happen with respect to the offshore sector. So we converged with a very clear view as to how we saw Barbados was going to earn its way into the future and to be able to take advantage of the substantial, what became known as economic substance, but really and truly it is really the human capital and the level of services that Barbadians could provide to the rest of the world that made sense with respect to how we would be able to grow the economy by having more businesses come to Barbados, domicile in Barbados. We were on a path to be able to correct. We still have some work to be done to correct some of the long-standing inefficiencies built into the system, and that involves both public sector as well as the private sector, way beyond just taxation. Because I think sometimes we forget that broader public policy, as Barbados has had for the last 60 years, effectively, is we have a very strong public policy in relation to building human capital.